was so loud. Oh. I was gonna go live on YouTube. I thought. Because I'm impatient, really, I would say. I was trying to simplify my life a little bit by just, going live instead of trying to record a video and then post it. Oh, okay. I thought for a second this wasn't recording because I couldn't see out of my peripheral vision my hand moving. Anyways, yeah, I'm so impatient that I figured, because I don't know what I'm doing with like recording videos and I don't care enough to learn how to edit or do anything like that yet. It's not that I don't care enough, it's that I just don't have the spoons for that, and I won't have the spoons for that anytime soon. And I know that, and that's fine. I figure, so I'm not going to edit anything, which means if I post it, I post it. Either way, flaws and all, which means I might as well just go live so I don't have to record it and then upload it, which will take forever, and cause just even more anxiety over it. But then when I got on YouTube to try to go live, apparently when you do that the first time, it says you have to wait 24 hours to activate your live going ability. So I can't go live right now. And I was like, when I got the idea to just like start making a video and go live, like I was like, the fuck? Like that's bold. The fuck you get that from? But I was like, all right, cool, and I was kind of pumped up about it, and then immediately, yeah. So you know what I mean by pumped up is like I was already like thinking of like little quirky things I could say, not quirky, little things I could say, or like whatever, like just things I wanted to touch on, like things, the direction I was wanting to go with the video, pretty much. I was already going there, already ideating, already excited and everything. And one of those ideas, and it's an idea that I have often and I want to expand on if I can remember to ever, the idea that I started this channel, I guess you could say. I started this garbage gal journey wanting to show the evolution from, being a garbage gal into being whatever metamorphic fucking thing I become. Because so many people who embody healing, so many people who we watch and we are inspired by, they have these backstories of, how they got to where they are. And like some of them we can see that evolution and journey, which is very interesting, but a lot of times we can't, so it's very hard to accept that they've actually been where we are currently. So I wanted to not do that. I want to show my struggle in its real, raw forms. And then I feel guilty because I don't record often enough. I don't try to do this often enough. I don't have the energy to do this enough to show the work I'm doing. So then when I do have the energy to try to share, I'm like, oh shit, this is just me sharing the good stuff again. Or this is me sharing when I'm like at a better level than I was before, so it's still not showing the journey. It's still not showing the bad thing. You know, you're not achieving what you wanted to achieve. You're not showing what you wanted to show. And then I have to tell myself, like, no, you know you're still showing that. And, you know, I have to try not to think about that. But anyways, what's interesting about the whole YouTube going live situation is that something I've noticed within myself, or something I just know is the case along my journey and where I'm at with my journey, is that I have moments of like such power and like I am just doing so well, feeling, and I'm just so grateful for like, my progress, and like I'm like, yeah, I'm the baddest bitch and everything, and I'm like just jazzed. I'm like, I have moments of like really, really good feelings and times, and then I have in a split second the ability to just like fucking wash that away. Like in a split second the ability to like, just crash. And that doesn't feel great. And it's hard to like, in the grand scheme of things, it's hard to tell where you're at. And it's hard to not get frustrated even more for feeling like you're sliding backwards when you know you're not really. Like, that it's, there's a purpose to the feeling of like that deflation. Anyways, I've gotten way beyond where I was going with that. What I was just trying to say was, immediately as soon as like the live thing was like, oh yeah, you have to wait 24 hours, the wind blew out of me, like it just knocked straight out of my sails. I was just like, fuck. And I sat like this, and immediately I was like, I just want to go to sleep now. I don't even want to record anything. I don't want to do anything. Like, ugh. I just like lost all my initiative and all my power that I just had at my fingertips. And so I wasn't going to record. I was like going to just try to nurse myself back to a higher vibe, if you will, I guess, or move on. But something that also keeps playing back to me is the idea that, and it's such a simple idea, but things happen for a reason. I don't want to put it that way because that is not how I would put it. But that, like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen in the right way at the right time, no matter what. and it's for the betterment of you, even if it initially looks like a failure, even if it initially is heart crushing and soul crushing. So, like, not, but it can be. My disc, of course, is almost full, which is another reason why I wanted to just go live, because then I was thinking it would just record onto and not my computer, so I wouldn't have to worry about the storage almost being full. And having the anxiety of me recording what will no doubtably be at least a 45-minute video, knowing me. So that's your warning now. Strap in if you're trying to. If not, dissipate. Go. So yeah, I've just been integrating the lesson of things happen for a reason. And it's okay. Like, catastrophes may happen, and it is a catastrophe, and you're valid in feeling that it's a catastrophe, but ultimately, whatever led you to that is for your highest, purpose and good. And that's not everything. That's not everything. I just mean, for me, because I know that I have pure intentions for where I want to go and what I want to do. Pure meaning, I guess pure meaning pure. It doesn't, what I mean by that is, I think that they're pure but then something else that is also true of everyone, as wherever their purity is and their purest intentions are, it doesn't mean that it doesn't come out or that it isn't received. Not pure. It doesn't, just because you put something out there and it's pure for you and it's aligned for you and it's good for you, doesn't mean that it's going to be received that way ever, always. And you kind of have to accept that. And that, again, is another very simple, everybody knows this, lesson. What is the simple, basic one-liner, I guess, that would go with that, of something like, even the best of intentions don't mean everybody's gonna feel it that way. I don't know. What I was trying to get at there is that something else that has been coming back to me often is the fact that, there are phrases and, little things in life that we hear over and over and over again throughout our journeys, throughout our lives, that are so just yeah, accepted. And when you think about it, where did those phrases come from? Why has it become so powerless, I guess, over time? Or so just trivialized over time? There are phrases and things that we say and stuff that growing up, we just don't fully get. It seems like we just don't fully, like, we think we do. We see the surface of it. We're like, yeah, that's right. But it's like it doesn't sit in you yet. Like, it doesn't smack you yet. Like, you haven't actually learned that lesson for yourself yet, so it doesn't hold the gravity of what it actually is, the wisdom that it actually holds anymore. And I feel like in society we have a lot of those phrases and things that, like, are truly profound thoughts and truly profound, like, profound bits of wisdom, but they've been used and recycled so many times in so many ways that they've lost their potency. And so now I feel like I come to those realizations, like I come to those phrases through, like, phrases being like whatever the saying is, through what I feel like is like deep self-work and you know, learning and stuff. And then the result that I come to is something so simple as, oh, what is it that I just said? Like, well, sometimes you have to learn that even if you have the purest of intentions, doesn't always get received that well. But that's not a phrase. Like, that's not, I'm sure that there is a phrase, like a catchy little thing that, like, sums that up, or that idea up. And it's such a simple, small idea. But, like, it truly is a profound one. If that makes sense. I'm trying to come up with, like, another example that actually, like, does it. The thing that, like, my mind keeps wanting me to say is, treat others how you want to be treated. You know, we hear that. We've heard that from childhood. We've heard that forever and ever and ever and ever. It's a simple, very, very simple principle and nugget of wisdom. And we know it and we think we believe it growing up. And we think that we try to embody it, or that we are embodying it. And we think that we are, you know, that we understand that lesson or the lesson within that. Because we've always had it. We've always had the words. We've always had the phrasing. But I think that that structure of words, that phrase, is very powerful. It means a lot. There is a lot of great actual wisdom to it that you know, somebody in the past has come to through deep, like, personal work of, like, oh yeah, you know, treat others how you want to be treated. You know, but, like, we grow up hearing that all the time, and it's not, we haven't had that lesson within ourselves yet. And so then I think that, like, it almost becomes impossible to actually learn because we're shamed for not knowing it, because we're told the words over and over again, which means we should know the lesson. It's simple. Accept it. Of course, you know, like, and like, as we're young, we're given examples of that, like, you know, very simple, basic examples, like, well, you wouldn't want somebody to hit you with a stick, would you? Right, so don't hit somebody with a stick. And, like, so we're young and we grow up with, like, that, but we don't actually learn that lesson truly, deeply, and, like, the deep wisdom that is within that lesson. within that phrase, within the power of those words, until we get older, I guess, or until, and I think some people just never learn it, because it is, even though it's so basic, it's such a simple concept. It's so hard. It actually is a big thing. And because we are, like, and I'm trying to get to the point, but like, you know, I hope you're understanding, you're like following where I'm going. Like, because we grew up, you know, being told that all the time, in instances where we then, like, didn't quite get it. Because that lesson is interconnected with the whatever phrasing could go under, you know, I had the best of intentions or whatever. Doesn't mean, you know, like those phrases interconnect and stuff, and like we grow up trying to do that, but like I'm trying to get back to the point I was trying to make. Like, if you think of, like, you get in trouble when you're a kid or something because you've done something wrong, I guess. Like, you've done something. Okay, maybe here's an example. I don't know if this is actually where I'm trying to go with this, but like, okay. So you're a kid, right? And you have the best of intentions to make your room super, super pretty. And like, so you draw on your walls, right? Your intention is just to beautify. It's a clear, pure intention. But then your parent comes in and they see that you have drawn on their walls. And then their reaction may be, how would you like it if I destroyed some of your stuff? How would you like it if I scribbled over your toys or something like that? Like, their reaction might be, you haven't learned the lesson of treat people how you want to be treated. You haven't treated me how I want to be treated. So you're shamed. I don't think that's exactly where I was going with this. But like, what I was trying to like get at is just the idea that I feel like when we grow up, you know, the concepts and the lessons behind simple phrases and stuff that we hear all the time aren't really integrated until we truly learn that for ourselves and come to that conclusion for ourselves. But when we grow up, we are taught those lessons in kind of like trivial wrong ways in a way, or like we it's like it skews what it actually really means. And so then the lesson, the phrase really doesn't mean anything anymore because you're confused by it, or because you think you get it because you've been conditioned to get it all your life. You've been conditioned to, like, you know, treat others how you want to be treated all your life in ways that don't actually embody the power of what that really means, maybe. So then when you get older, you feel like an idiot because you do a lot of self-work and you come to the simple conclusion of a phrase that you've heard all your life. And you're like, oh shit, that's what that really means. And, you know, treat others how you want to be treated is not one, it's hard for me to, like, try to illustrate this because I don't think that's not one of the phrases. That's not actually one of the lessons that I've had those aha moments with. But there are simple phrases like that I have come around to. Like, I've actually had the lesson, like, and I've been like, oh shit, I've heard that all my life. I thought I understood it. Like, I thought I got it. I guess I didn't. And guys, everybody, like, look, this is great. This is awesome. This is such a cool, like, idea. And then it's something so utterly simple. And then so, like, I guess, you know, then you feel like an idiot because you feel like everybody else did truly get it and you just didn't, or something. Like, sometimes, like, you feel that way. And, or you're just like, wait, have I really actually, like, learned something? Or, like, and I'm like, have I actually really learned something that I feel like is a profound lesson that people don't necessarily know and they want to hear and they would want to learn it too? Like, is there value in what I've just learned? Or, like, is that, like, super duh and there's something wrong with me that I'm sitting here coming to the most simplest conclusions that, like, everybody already knows and truly integrated, and it was just you that didn't get it. You know, so then it makes you not want to share those revelations because they seem so fucking simple. They seem so fucking, like, everybody knows that. Why are you excited about that? Why are you trying to share that? Everybody knows it. Why does anybody need to listen to you? Like, why would anybody want to hear that from you? Or whatever. But then, so, like, that's one of the reasons that I don't ever share a lot in any way to anyone, kind of. I don't really connect because I'm confused and I don't know, like, I don't know if it's worth putting out there because it's been put out there forever, so many times and whatnot. But then I think, okay, that's just you kind of letting your ego get in the way because you want to be perceived as someone who knows things. Or like someone of, no, it's not necessarily that you want to, well, you want to be perceived well, but it's more that, shit, just had it. want to be perceived. What the fuck was I even talking about at all anymore? I don't know. I don't even know what the topic was right now. Bruh. I was trying to talk about something like not wanting to share myself with others because I kind of feel like, I just feel stupid about it. Everybody feels stupid about it, though. I don't know. It. I guess this is an example of it. Just like what I was trying to say in the beginning of this whole thing, of like how, I wanted to make a video that I wanted to make a video, right? And it was gonna be like I wanted to do the live, and I was really really scared of doing that, but I was like, this is cool, like this is the answer, like it'll solve all your problems. Like, but that's not the point. But I at the same time also had the fear of, oh well, you don't want to put out there that you're so much better than you are, like that you're like you don't want to be perceived as if you have got your shit together, because you fully don't. Like you don't want to misconstrue like where you're really at because you're like jazzed right now. And so then I had an experience that knocked me back down, and so that way I can make a video that shows where I'm really at, and so that kind of shows in action the lesson that I'm learning of, even if something happens that isn't what you wanted, it's not your ideal, wasn't what you planned to do, it still came back around to do exactly what you really wanted to do. Like, it didn't feel good to get the wind knocked out of me and like the drive to try to make this video like cut down to where now I'm making it at a very low vibe state. Like, I wanted to turn on my familiar Pixie, and I wanted to change the lighting in here, and I wanted to film a video where I was talking about this video that I just watched and trying to kind of go through like self-discovery of, is this bullshit or is this not? Like, I don't know. And like kind of show the process of me trying to figure out what I truly believe, which is a great video. No fucking doubt. Like, that would have been awesome. But I got cut down and almost didn't make anything. But I'm trying to learn the lesson of, even when you get cut down, that everything happens for a reason. See, there's that phrase that everybody hears, that everybody knows the answer, like everybody accepts that. Well, no, not everybody accepts that that's true. I don't always accept that that's true. But it's like everybody at least thinks they understand what that phrase means, like what the lesson within that is, and whether you accept it or not. And I still can't say whether or not I accept it, to be quite honest. But learning that in this context is interesting because I have a deeper understanding of it that feels profound and like something I would want to share with others. But it also feels so stupid because it's just a phrase everybody hears all the time. So why would I share it? Point being, I wanted to do a completely different video. Got disappointed. Did the bare minimum. Found the tiniest spark of inspiration. And am now able to see a completely different video that is actually more aligned to what I want to put out in the world right now. And because I feel that, I have, through the process of this video, started to feel my energy coming back a little bit. Kind of lost. I was fucking smooth sailing there for a little bit. Like smooth. I was like on like a track that like I feel like was like y'all were with me for a second. Like we were on a fucking boat and we were sailing. And then I fucking lost the boat. And now we're in rocky waters again. But I'm hoping that what that can do is potentially bring the point back around of, you know, you think you see where you're going and you like are excited about that, but then something takes you off course. And you get really fucking nervous about that. You get really fucking scared because you're like, oh shit, I lost my direction. But, oh, I'm about to get it back, bitch. We're going somewhere. We're about to land. Whew. I hope. This is funny, at least, to me. Especially because I haven't looked at the camera the entire time. Turbulent water. Did I create a fog over the landscape? Can we still get there? That was such a good metaphor. What was I talking about? Okay. I get really excited, I guess. And then I get nervous and I can't bring it out. I'm trying to bring it out. Oh, that's interesting. I've instinctually gotten into this position that this is gross. Like, why would I share this? But like, I'm one of them hot bitches with stomach issues, you know? And I've been actually working to take like my medicine and like try to eat foods that are going to be better for my stomach and digestion and whatnot. But anyways, like if I'm not feeling like it's a great thing, like I'll get into like this position and it's kind of like I'm about to throw up, but I'm not. I'm about to throw some knowledge on ya if I can get it there. But again, I keep getting distracted. I keep showing you how I get distracted real time. and how I get, well, I'm almost back, how I get off track. We get off course. We're blown away the sea. The boat gets a little wobbly there, you know. You don't know where you're going, but then life pulls through, and just because you took a sidestep doesn't mean that you're not still going where you plan to go. You're not still on the right path. Lord knows, like, you might have gotten blown off course because the fucking Loch Ness Monster was right underneath you and you didn't know. And yeah, you're pissed because you got blown off course. But just because you're off course doesn't mean you're not going in the right direction anymore. Because what you perceive as off course doesn't necessarily mean it actually is. If you have been going through this journey and you have planted the seeds of like where you're wanting to go, like, and you're already in the boat, you're already on the journey, you already have the map, you already know where you're going, you got your compass, you're fucking there, you're like on your fucking way. Just because something happens that blows you a little bit off course doesn't mean that you have to turn back around and you're never going to get there. It just means that you're getting there a slightly different way. And that is how life is and your journey. But so often we think we get blown off course just a little bit, and that freaks us out so much that we're like, fuck, this map's all wrong. I must be looking at the compass sideways. Like, I'm completely off course. This isn't where I wanted to go. Oh my God, I gotta turn around, I gotta reevaluate. Holy shit. And so then we end up trying to go back to where we were before we got off course or something. Like we keep like turning around and running ourselves in circles because we can't relax enough in the moment of getting blown off course and trust in the process of the fact that you still know where you're going and you're still going. You're still going there and you're still going to get there, just a slightly different way. And that's okay, and just fucking go with it. So that's what this video has ended up illustrating, which is so interesting to me because that lesson of just going with where you're going and trusting yourself enough to, like, let the fucking wind take you wherever it might, because you've got your fucking compass and your steering wheel and your shit and your map and whatever, and you know where you're going. You have got your vision, and you're gonna get there eventually, you know. Doesn't mean you need to freak out and completely, you know, lose your sense of direction because you thought you got so lost. You thought that because you were so attached to the timeline of where you, of like, and the plan of, you know, the direction, the route that you thought you were going to take. You were so obsessed with that route rather than the journey and knowing that the destination is there, that you fucking got off route and were so obsessed with getting off route and so scared that by getting off route that you would never get there, that you end up like fucking coming back and then never getting there. Just fucking trust the process. Again, another very, very simple phrase that we hear all the time, and that is so simple and so basic and trivial and whatnot, but is truly, truly so profound in actuality. it's a big fucking lesson. And, you know, at least it's a big fucking lesson for me right now. As silly as that makes me feel, it's not silly. And I just have to learn to stop getting in my way of thinking that it's silly. Like, stop letting my ego and what I feel like the perception I want others to have of me, stop thinking so much about that perception. And just accept and stand in your own truth, in your own reality of it being fucking profound and it being something that you think you should share because it's fucking important to you, so maybe it's important to someone else too. And if it's not, it doesn't matter because it's for you that you're doing this anyways. So, it's all good. And that's all cool and all super divine and all super awesome and makes you feel so super grateful and like powerful because this is so not what you wanted or what you thought or the route you thought you were going to take to making a video, but it ended up going somewhere that's like almost so much better because it's actually where you were aligned to go. It's like actually your intention, it's actually where your intention is most aligned at the time. And even though I do want to make the video that I was thinking about making, and I don't think that that was a wrong destination or a wrong route to take at all, this route still got me somewhere, and I am happy to be. And I think it's the same place as the other route would have taken me. It's just in a different fucking way. It's just a different video. But it is still so good because it is like, even though very embarrassing, it's so authentic and true. And that is really what you want to show. That is really the intention that I have. That's underneath all of the plans that I think I make for videos. The intention is just authenticity and growth. And that's why I wanted to go live, because there's nothing but authenticity. It's fucking live. Like, if I say something so bizarre, which undoubtedly I will, because I am, or if I say something that's accidentally offensive or harmful to someone else, though my intentions are pure, I'd feel bad about it, but I would know my intentions were pure, and I would hope that my authenticity shows that, and it's the best that I can do, and it's me being authentic, and it just is what it is. And I wanted to go live so that you knew how authentic it was, because there was no editing, it's truly just me sitting here in my cute little background, which, by the way, is the one little spark that I had that allowed me to make the video. Well, technically, it was the choice that I made in the moment to say, okay, so you're no longer going to make the video that you wanted to and that you thought you were going to make. you have a choice now to not make a video at all, or to still, record a video that you're going to have to upload and see where it goes, because I have been learning to trust in the process enough to know that even though the wind was knocked out of my sails, that I'm still on that journey and I'm still trying to do that. So that knowledge, that lesson that I'm trying to learn, that pill that I keep, taking every morning of, hey, remember that, things are going to happen that are going to knock you down a bit, but you're still going where you're going. You're still, it was through me feeling in that moment the lesson and making the choice to turn on the camera, to open the camera thing, and then the little bit of spark from that is just seeing that this is a new view that I was trying to film from, because I was trying to film a video where I'm kind of moving around and trying to get myself ready. I was gonna try to cuten myself up and talk and do tarot and just chill and hang, and just make it super, super cute. But I didn't know if this view was gonna be cool or was gonna do it, and it doesn't actually do what I was gonna do, because it doesn't show everything. It's like my computer's sitting on a chair right now. But again, that shows how everything always is for a reason, because the video that I thought I was going to make in this way on live wouldn't have worked. Because, you can't see me do this. You can't, see everything anyways. But a video of me just sitting here did work, and it was such a cute background that I had the spark of inspiration enough to just go ahead and hit record. And now my energy is back restored a lot more, because I went ahead and fucking did it. And I'm proud of that. And that's really fucking cool. And even though for a good first half of that fucking video, I thought I wasn't going to put this online because it was going nowhere, now I am putting it online because it's fucking great. Also, I'm going to put on my glam gloss. I'm not going to explain myself. My lipsticks. I got lipstick. So I keep, even though I'm clearly a little goblin thing, now I'm going to get cute and do something else. Because I did the video. Thanks. Bye-bye. Love you guys. It's probably just me that's gonna watch this, and I love me, and that's new and cool, and I like it, so cool. Bye.